All right, we are back in Bayou time, and it's time for a gala. And I know you love galas out there in the area. And Miss Lane Bordelon joins us today. She's the development coordinator at Terrebonne General Health Systems. And Lane, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Martin. Thanks for having me.
And this looks like it's tuning up to be a fun event. The gala goes 80s.
Yes.
And we all know, especially in my era, that the 80s, that was a great time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was born in the 80s,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I was born in the 60s, but we listened to 80s music. So you're an 80s baby, and I'm an 80s music freak.
Yes.
There you go.
So this will
tell
be
me
perfect for someone like you.
So what is the gala? And all galas have a theme.
Yes. So the gala is our annual fundraiser supporting the Cancer Center, Terrebonne General Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Every year, the gala takes on a new look, and this year, the gala goes 80s. So it's always a surprise when we announce what our new theme will be. And I think this is probably the one we've had the most fun with, and I think it's going to encourage really fun outfits and silliness. So hopefully the community will embrace it. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, you mentioned 80s, and I don't know if you're going to talk about it later or now. You want to give up that band that's coming in?
Yes, we have an 80s cover band. It's Troy Marks and the No Idea Band. They are very excited. They have a complete set list of all 80s music. They are dressing in costume, so they are going to set the tone for the evening.
Cool. That's going to be great. So when and where is it going to be held?
It is February 29th. That is a Thursday night, and it's going to be at the Civic Center right here in Houma. Tickets are available now, so if anyone is interested in coming, you can visit thegalagos.com and get your tickets because they are moving fast.
Let me ask you, before I get to some other questions that we have to ask you, how much work goes into this? I know that galas we've worked on in the past are covered. They work on them all year.
Yes. So we start planning the Monday after the gala happens. I'll be securing my date, making sure the venue is available, and start thinking about our theme for the next year.
So the attendees that go, what are they supposed to expect from this?
So like all of our gala events, we have a wonderful silent auction every year with some really great items in it. We have our Forks and Corks wine pull and gift card pull. That's something we haven't done in a couple of years, and we're bringing it back this year. And if you're not familiar, you pay per chance, and you get to pull a cork that corresponds with a bottle of wine. So it's $25 a pull, you might get a $100 bottle of wine. And vice versa, we do it with restaurant gift cards. You pull a fork, and it could be, $25 to Chick-fil-A, or it could be $100 to Cristiano's. So it's a fun game.
Really game of chance, so to speak. Now, I noticed that the prom court, I want you to tell me about the prom court. And you got some pretty good people up there who could probably raise some good monies for you.
Yes, and they are already well on their way. We have a group of 6 people in the community who are all connected to the Cancer Center in some way. They're all very passionate about making our Cancer Center a state-of-the-art destination for people in our community so that they don't have to travel to get expert treatment. So these people are out in the community as we speak, raising money. They are, talking to their friends and family. They are getting sponsorships from their employers. They are helping us to sell tickets to the event. And the man and the woman who raise the most money, and we'll be collecting donations in all of their names until that night. And we're going to cut it off around 9 p.m. And the man and woman with the most money raised will be crowned king and queen of the prom.
That is so neat. Let's bring up the pictures again, Jay. You have Mr. Pete Benoit, Miss Elena Mariana, Mr. Dave McCrae, Mr. Amos Mosley, Miss Jenna Para, Miss Chantel M. Townsend. So that's some of the who's who.
Yeah.
Yeah. That really is cool. So once again, it's strictly on how they raise it, or do people get to vote when they get there too?
So every dollar raised in their name is a vote.
Okay.
So they each have their own fundraising pages where you can go and give any amount to their campaign. And then that's how we're keeping track. So they're collecting donations on their own, and I'm putting it in on the back end. And then they also can send this page out to anyone. And then that night you can scan all of their QR codes with your phone and give to each particular person you're pulling for.
They're voting for them.
Yep. $1 is one vote.
That's cool. I love that.
And they're doing great. I have to say, as a group, collectively, they've already raised $18,000. $1,000, and we haven't even made it to the event date.
Wow.
So-
how can people purchase tickets?
So tickets are available online. It's thegalagoes.com is the website. Real easy to remember. It stays that way. It's thegalagoes.com year after year since we do change the theme. So you can always find the info there.
And real quick, tell us how the proceeds of the event benefit the Cancer Center and the patients.
So these proceeds are super important. It is our biggest event of the year. Without it, different patient programming that we offer could not even exist or grow to the full potential that they have. So this goes to everything from our social workers and patient navigator assistants that all patients who come through the center deal with, to kind of prep them for what they are about to face through treatment, help them find all the resources available to them to help them get through treatment, identify any barriers that they might come across, if that's going to be transportation, if they don't have a reliable means of getting to and from their appointments. Our patient navigators can direct them to our transportation funds, where then we can use funds like this to give them gas cards that if they're getting a ride from a family member, they can then, say thank you by giving them this gas card. We can call taxis and cover that cost for them. If it is medication assistance, we can help them pay those pricey copays for, pharmacy drugs. So there's anything and everything. They're unrestricted funds, so we can meet the patient where they are and help them with their unique need.
All right, Lane, this is a great cause. We thank you for coming on board. People, get out there. Come on. They got a lot of people here waiting to hear from you and get some of your money for a great cause. And Lane, you're doing a great job there, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, Lane Bordelon, once again, Development Coordinator at Terrebonne General Health Systems. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more programming right here on HTV.